Yes, guys. Our next topic is about
the king of dirtiness, the lord of nastiness.
I like that.
Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah. Well, as these guys quite rightly called it, Harvey Weinstein is going to be charged in the UK with indecent assault. Like he hasn't got enough already.
Oh.
This guy's
bag of assault.
prolific, honestly, man. Mm-hmm. Look at his face as well. It just looks
dirty.
Yeah. Anyway,
he just looks like a predator, though. He does.
He does.
It does look a little bit like the Penguin. I'm not gonna lie.
He's one of
actually, yeah, for real.
He's one of them that had to be successful, or he was never
gonna get woman.
He wasn't even gonna be able to look at a woman. You know, one of those. He had to have power.
He had to have money. Yeah, money and power.
So there's hope for Damien.
Anyway, oh god. Anyway, this is coming to us via Variety, and it says Harvey Weinstein is set to be charged with 2 counts of indecent assault in the UK. The Crown Prosecution Service authorised the charges on Wednesday. They relate to an assault against a woman now in her 50s that took place in August 1996 in London.
Ooh.
This is quotes. The CPS have authorised the Metropolitan Police to charge Harvey Weinstein with 2 counts of indecent assault against a woman in August 1996, said Rosemary Ainsley, head of the CPS Special Crime Division. Charges have been authorised against Harvey Weinstein, 70, following a review of the evidence gathered by the Metropolitan Police in its investigation. The Crown Prosecution Service reminds all concerned that criminal proceedings against the defendant are active and that he has the right to a fair trial, Ainsley added. The Metropolitan Police confirmed the news in a press release. Let's see if there's anything. Yeah, the news is the latest in a long line of legal woes for Weinstein, whose empire came crashing down when he was publicly accused of sexual assault in 2017. Following a lengthy trial in New York, the Oscar-winning producer was convicted in February 2020 and sentenced to 23 years in prison. Earlier this month, a 5-justice appeals court in New York upheld Weinstein's conviction for rape and sexual assault. In response to the judgment, a spokesman for Weinstein said he would consider appealing to New York State's highest court, the Court of Appeals, and beyond. Weinstein is also awaiting trial in Los Angeles pertaining to 11 additional sex crimes charges alleged by 5 women spanning the period between 2004 and 2013. A hearing will take place on Friday to determine the trial date, although the parties are anticipating it will be scheduled for September. However, the first witness, Weinstein's limo driver, gave evidence in February due to concerns for his health. Alfred Freddie Baroth's testimony was mostly focused on trip records and invoices pertaining to Weinstein that took place or were issued between 2010 and 2013. We'll leave it there. Wow.
Trip records.
Trip records.
Yeah, sorry.
Trip records.
Trip records.
Yeah. You got me. This guy was prolific, bro.
Prolific. When he finishes that 23-year sentence, will come out of there, come back to the UK. Then you go and do your next 10 years.
This guy was prolific.
But you know what that says? That just shows people the importance of addressing these things when they happen.
Yeah.
You know, she's talking about 1996.
26
now, if this happens
years ago.
If this happens in 1996, does he go on to be employed by certain people?
Does he do the other things that he does?
Right. Does he get that platform? Probably not.
Yeah.
So if someone's doing something today, call them out today.
Yeah.
Put it on them today.
It makes it harder as well to track back 26 years ago, and you got to because it makes the case almost feel weaker. It's all commendable, but now it's like no. As to your point, mention it when it happens.
Yeah.
Like where could you prove you was 26 years ago today? How could you prove that? 26 years ago, you know. How could you prove you were anywhere?
Yeah.
Someone said, "Yeah, you done a murder. Where was you?" I don't know. I don't know where I was 26 years ago. And that's me, just my own.
Yeah.
Like, Did I have email 26 years ago? No. I did.
You had a mobile phone 26 years ago.
Because that's what we would have went back to, innit? Your email and just
text messages and
yeah.
You didn't have any of that.
We ain't got none of that. Like iPhone weren't running. The Apple ID. Do you know what I mean? Backup. iCloud.
I'm just flabbergasted, like you said, that this guy has been allowed
I know.
to get away with this for so long.
Another
Because
one in power.
many people knew what was going on. We know that. That's not even speculation.
No.
We know that. That's fact. A lot of people
In-house.
who are now big actors and actresses knew what the hell was going on, and you did nothing. You just spread rumors and this and that instead of going to authorities. Maybe you were afraid about your career or whatnot. I don't know, but really I don't care, because as you said, Leon, this has allowed him to continue this behavior for so long.
And ruin multiple lives.
And ruin multiple lives. And let's be honest, like, he got locked up when? 2020. He's 70 now. He's lived.
He's done that here.
done.
What do you know what I mean?
We saw him.
Right.
Zimmer frame.
He's
He's done that here.
How long is he going to live
There's
for?
no justice really, is there,
No,
for him?
no.
He won't see those 23 years.
No. Listen, if
Like,
he lives,
see 23 months.
if he lives another 3-4 years,
I'll be shocked.
I'll be shocked.
Yeah, you're
looking
right.
at how he is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he's pretty much got away with it. He got to live his life, spend his money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, be the guy.
Yeah, bang his missus and whatever crap else he was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For however long. This is why, as Leon said, you need to come forward. I understand, like, there's been cases like we covered, like the Sarah Pithian case, where they were children. So I get it. They might be scared to even tell anyone, let alone come forward to the authorities. I get that.
The trauma might be too deep.
Yeah, they're children, so they have every excuse under the sun to not come forward. If you're an adult, though, come on, man. You've got to, I understand you're traumatized.
You got to think about others though. Sometimes you got to be a little bit selfless and say, I don't want this to happen to somebody else.
Yeah, because that's the risk that you run, man. It's they should really think, what if this happens to my child? You know what I mean?
But a lot of that is what happens to my career. A lot of that is people sitting there going, oh, no, my career.
Yeah.
And not only that, they're the people that have come forward. You know, there's people
that are never going to come
that
forward.
have made it.
Yes. And they're not going to talk about it.
Why would you?
And they're not going to talk about it because they're stars.
I'm stars.
And I don't want to get sued. So
I did what I had to do.
I'm not going to mention any names.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of massive names that we know knew and did nothing. And someone's mentioned, their names were mentioned when this all came out. I'm not going to, because I don't want to get sued. But there was a lot of big names. Big, massive names we're talking about. A-listers that were mentioned,
I remember.
and they did nothing, and they knew about it. There's no getting around that. You knew about it. So I don't know, man. It's Damien. I mean,
just to Leon's point, it's the same thing. How is this been allowed to go on to the point that he's had carte blanche for literally the best part of his life?
Yeah.
You know,
60 years. 60 odd years. He's been on this earth, and 50 years. He's just, he's been doing it. Yeah.
And every single person has gone, oh, we can just turn a blind eye because it's not affecting us.
It's just what happens in the game.
I mean, it's the same.
It's just part of the game.
Well,
that's what they thought back in the day.
Well, that's the same crap that they pulled with all this child sex abuse in Hollywood as well. Do you know what I mean? They Corey Haim, Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
You know? This is the same crap.
You see how troubled them two are now?
Well, one of them's dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the other...
Is it Haim's dead? Haim's dead. Yeah. They're messed up.
They're
messed up, bro.
All over the place.
Do you know what I mean? And
they're like the boys that never grew up.
Man.
They behave like... Well, the one that's still alive behaves like a child. Like a spoiled child.
But it's this whole idea of a position of power that allows you to kind of just go on as you please throughout life. If that doesn't tell younger people now that, you can get away with what you want, what does? Because the image you're putting out there is literally, I can do what I want, and then I may possibly pay my penance for it when I'm about to die anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. You look at someone like the Hurricane who spent his entire life in prison for he didn't do and came out afterwards, and then you got this guy who was allowed to literally go off and frolic around doing all this sordid behaviour unscathed for this amount of time, and it's finally caught up to him to a point where is it really going to concern him anymore? It's like, yeah, you're 70, you're in prison, but as to Leon's point, you've had your fun.
You've had your fun.
You've had your fun.
You've done what you needed to do.
That's a good
Like,
way of
What am I
putting
trying
it.
to do at 70 apart from sit down?
But
you can do a whole lot of that now.
I tell you what though, I bet if he was out and none of this came out at 70, he'd still be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Can't
was
stop.
You know him. He
Yeah.
would have skipped the country.
Bro, I heard that tape of the one that recorded him. The guy was so desperate. He was begging her not to go. Oh, let me just. I'm like, I was just hearing this thinking, damn.
Please don't go.
This is a guy. If he, that's like what I think both of you actually called it when we spoke about something similar to this, and you said it's a power thing because he's got all the money in the world. He can pay for it. I'm not condoning that, but I'm just saying that's something between.
But the joke is, he doesn't even have to pay for it.
No,
he doesn't even have to.
Yeah, he doesn't even have to.
no.
And
Flex one Porsche and say, yeah, come, I take you on the jet.
Well, that's kind of paying for it anyway.
No, but you know what? But men will do that anyway. There are men that do that anyway. But it's not like that. But it's a power thing.
It's a power thing, man.
But then he's begging. There's no power in begging, is there?
Yeah.
What happened to the power?
Oh, bro.
Do you know what I mean?
Bro.
Captain Planet just left him.
Bro,
No rings.
Listen, so many people are complicit in this, and obviously they got great careers now, and it's sad to see. It's very reminiscent of Jimmy Savile.
Very reminiscent.
Very reminiscent, and it's sad. This is
Yeah.
It's that whole turning a blind eye culture, and it's like, you know, what does that teach anyone?
Yeah.
You know, it's if you want to get where you want to get to, don't only play the system, but also ignore the nastiness of life.
Yeah, that's not right, man.
No.
It's not right. We need to do better, man. We need to do better. But listen, guys.
That's enough of Dirty Harvey.
Yeah. What do you guys think about all this? And is it even worth trying to convict him when the man's 70 and on his Zimmer frame?
He's
you
not
know
getting
what I
out to his 93 anyway.
Yeah.
Listen, just put him in the nursing home and done.
mean? Done, man.
Because,
you know what I mean?
boy, you
Anyway.
gotta press the button from the other side. He ain't gonna get it.
Anyway, guys, leave us your comments down below. Let us know what you think about all this.
Mm-hmm.